are we doing today?
Good.
I'm doing good.
That's good. Okay, today we're going to learn about qualitative and quantitative data in the context of research. Cool? So, first we're going to start with two simple words. What do you think of when I say the word quality?
Like how good something is.
Okay, that's really good. And what about quantity?
Oh, like the fixed amount of stuff.
Okay, so would you say quality is more discussions
Yeah.
and quantity is more numbers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So quality and qualitative data is descriptive, it's open-ended, it's subjective, and it's not measured. So qualitative data would be human behavior or observations of groups of people would be qualitative. But there's an interesting thing. A survey can be both. So if a survey has questions with options, so multiple choice questions, it would be quantitative. But if it has open-ended questions, it would be qualitative. Because open-ended is discussions, right?
Yeah.
Because we can't measure discussions, but we can measure if there's a scale for something. Okay? So qualitative is descriptive, open-ended, subjective, and non-measurable, okay? And quantitative is numerical, it's fixed, it's measurable, and it's objective. So it's mostly just numbers. Quantitative is numbers, and qualitative is discussions when it comes to research. Are we clear on that? Do you guys have any questions?
I think we're clear.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay, good. Next, we have some examples of scenarios in research and different directions research can go. So for the first one, a survey that asks participants to rate the quality of food at restaurants on a scale. Would this be quantitative or qualitative, and why?
It's qualitative.
Why do you think, Trent, that it's qualitative?
Because they're asking the people how good the food is.
So you think it's qualitative because it's subjective?
Yes.
But doesn't it say it's on a scale? So how are the questions laid out? As a researcher, how are the questions laid out if it says it's on a scale?
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how well was the food?
Okay, so if it's a scale, that means it's numbers, right? Because a scale has 1 to 10, or agree or disagree, and it can break down into numbers and percentages.
But aren't the numbers just a representation of how you feel about the food?
Yes, it is a representation of how you feel about the food, but it's not open-ended representation. It's not a discussion of how you feel about the food. It's a number on a scale of how you feel about the food.
Okay.
So even though it's subjective, it's still on a number. So that is why when a researcher goes into a research, they create the questions and they decide if the questions are going to be quantitative or qualitative. And if they decide it's going to be quantitative, it's going to be on a scale. And if they decide it's going to be qualitative, it's going to be open-ended and discussions. And it's going to be more like an essay instead of a multiple choice question, okay? That is a very good question, though. Next, we have a focus group discussing the quality of food at a restaurant. What would this be?
Oh, qualitative.
Okay, and why?
Because it's like a focus group discussing about the quality. Like it's not on a scale.
Okay, that is excellent. That is exactly what I was looking for. It's a discussion and it's open-ended and it's not on a scale, hence it's qualitative. That's perfect. And what about observing interactions between 40 families for 3 years?
That's qualitative because you don't know what you're observing. You're just observing like families, like 40 different families could go 40 different ways.
Okay, so we're observing and we're taking notes instead of ticking boxes.
It's because
So if
the
we
numbers aren't the point. It's
the interactions.
Yes.
Exactly. That is perfect. That is exactly what I'm looking for. So do we understand the difference between qualitative and quantitative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have any more questions?
No,
Okay, that's really good. Good job, guys. So the first one is quantitative, the second one is qualitative, and the third one is qualitative. Now we have a rhyme. So qualitative is abstract and quantitative is exact. Let's repeat it. Qualitative is abstract and quantitative is exact. So qualitative is descriptions, open-ended, subjective, and quantitative is numbers, and it's measurable and it's exact. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. That's great. Good job, guys.
Thank you.